Hi everyone. Thanks for stopping by my channel, Get Crafty with Sally. My name is Sally Poole and I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. Today I'm going to be doing something different from my normal putting a card together type video. I am having a Christmas card and Christmas tag event next month. Just in a couple of weeks actually. And I've created 12 different tags for the class, and I have put together about 20 kits for each of these. So I've been doing them for probably 3 or 4 weeks now. Did a lot of looking on Google for handmade tags, Christmas tags, Stampin' Up tags, what have you. And these are what I came up with, so I thought I'd share them with you. And before I get started, let me say that the Stampin' Up seasonal sale goes through today only. Today's the last day, so you can save 10% on punches, 15% on stamps, 20% on dies, embossing folders, and designer series paper. These are from the 2022 to 2023 annual catalog only, not from the mini catalog. So I tried to, since I've been working on these for several weeks, I tried to gather up some of the supplies that I've used. I don't think I got all of them. I'm not sure where some of the sentiments came from. If you see something as we go along that you really are interested in and want to know exactly what products I used, leave a comment below and I'll try to figure it out and get back to you as soon as I can. So let's get started. This first one, I used the Deer Builder punch with it. And let me grab my tags. I used the tailor-made tags set from Stampin' Up on the majority of the things that I've done here, I think. So this one, I cut the tag out and then I cut the background paper the same width and glued it on. But you could cut a strip of the base paper, the cardstock, and then whatever width you wanted for this next layer, and then glue it or tape it to the cardstock, and then just cut all of your tags out. That might be a little bit easier. I'm not sure. I did use the red gems. I don't think I brought them over here, from Stampin' Up on this card, or excuse me, on this tag. Most of the ribbon I bought from Joann, and I think almost everything I used is 1/8 of an inch. And also, I've used different products than Stampin' Up. Prior to being a demonstrator, I had a pretty good stash of supplies and products, a lot from other companies. So I did go through and grab a bunch of that stuff and use it. So I tried to use up some of the stuff that I've had sitting around forever. So that's a good thing to do when you're putting together tags. Here's the Deer Builder punch. I'm sure you're familiar with it. It made this go really quickly. You could also reverse whatever I've done here. I popped up the Christmas cheer label on dimensionals and glued the deer down. You could pop the deer up and glue the sentiment down, whatever you want to do on that. So the next tag is using the Christmas Scotty stamp set. And for this Scotty dog, there's a coordinating punch, but I wanted to use this one since I was doing all my tags vertically. And I did cut these out with my scan and cut, and it actually did a pretty good job. This paper, I did several with a bunch of different paper, so it really makes a cute backgrounds. I just did a strip, so try a bunch of different designer series papers behind your Scotty dog, and you'll find some that are just super cute behind there. I did also cut his bow out of designer series paper. It's the same one that I used on the deer, and I believe it's from the Peaceful Prints pack that was available when the deer came out. The next one, I used the, excuse me if my head's in the way, Sensational Season stamp set and die set. This is a really old set, but super cute. I believe I stamped the little gingerbread man in soft suede, and then I stamped over it again in Versamark and put clear embossing powder on it. And he is popped up on dimensionals. I've got brown ribbon to match that one. The next one is a little Santa looking tag, and I couldn't really find anything to put on here for a sentiment, so I just did this naughty or nice on my computer and then cut it out with a tag. The little Santa belt buckle and the buttons are from Tailored Expressions, and it's called Santa Suit. It's got several different sizes of buckles and buttons. Very cute set, very easy to use. I did use the Stampin' Up! White velvet paper for the front of his coat, and it feels super nice. So I thought that one was cute. The next one is a little elf tag, and I used the same Santa suit set that I got from Tailored Expressions. The top part, I cut a piece of the red cardstock out. Of course, this was square. And then I took my Basic Borders dies from Stampin' Up! And I cut this, I'm going to call it Rick Rack. Use this die to cut the top of his shirt or collar. These buckles are done in gold foil and silver foil. The next one is, this is from an older set too, the Perfectly Plaid set. I didn't use the stamp set because I had still some of this old plaid paper that originally came with the set. I used the tree punch die. So these were really pretty easy to get 20 of these done. I did die cut the little ornaments and the star in gold from the Stampin' Up! Regal Reindeer set. I don't know why I can't see the dies. Oh, my thumb is on them. So there's the little ornament dies, and they are tiny, so you kind of have to be careful with those and watch what you've done with them. Hopefully these tags will be fun for my people to put together. So this tag, and I love it because I love deer. For this one, I used this tag die set from My Favorite Things. It's called the Stitched Traditional Tag, and I can't remember if it's stack or stacklets. I've had it for a long time. I don't even know if it's still available. Hopefully they still have it. And then I have got gem stickers from Honeybee Stamps, which is in Lebanon, Oregon, which is right down the street from me. I love their products. They're really great quality. They are having a big sale right now that I believe a lot of these colors of these gem stickers are discontinued. So they're pretty cheap. This package has 300 gems in it, and I think they're on sale right now for $3. So go to Honeybee Stamps and check that out. It's worth grabbing a bunch of those. And the Snowflake dies I used on this tag are also from My Favorite Things. It's called Sweet Snowflakes. I've had this one a while too. Don't know if it's available. And I cut them out in a glittery foil paper. The deer is from Tailored Expressions. It is a set called Woodland Reindeer. So I stamped the deer in Versamark and then put silver embossing powder on it and heat embossed it. I just love it. And then there's also die cuts for both of the deer that match the stamps. This next one, this buck, is great. And I think if you need any masculine tags, this would be a great one. Oh, let me show you another, back up a little bit. I have another deer on a little bit of different paper. And I was going to mention these papers are from a Martha Stewart pack that my friend Vanessa gave me for Christmas a few years ago. It's got some beautiful papers in it, and she'll be happy to know that I've been using it. I did have to use 110-pound white cardstock, and I used my tape runner to adhere the Martha Stewart paper to the white cardstock because the Martha Stewart paper wasn't quite heavy enough for my liking. So it still was easy to do. I just cut the appropriate width of white cardstock, left a little extra, and then adhered the Martha Stewart paper, just a big sheet of it, down, and then I cut the tags out of that strip. So anyway, I thought those were both really pretty. Back to this one, and this is a die set from Recollections, and I just grabbed it off of Amazon. I think it was like $10. When I saw it, I wanted to use the buck, and I wanted to use this spray underneath it, but it's so big that I didn't end up using it, and I actually had cut some out, and then I cut little pieces off of them and laid them down on the tag, but it didn't look very good. It does have some other cool elements in it too, so that's worth getting if you've got guys that you're gonna get gifts for that you want to make tags for. So I did cut two. I cut one in Designer Series paper, and then I cut a shadow one behind it in basic black. I do have a few different ones from different designer series papers that I used. Here's another plaid, kind of guy-ish. This one is from the current pack. I can't remember the name. This one is also, gosh, I wish I could remember it. Let me run over here and grab it and see. I think I've got it right here. They are from the Stampin' Up! Boughs of Holly designer series paper pack, but I just think they're great. I'm sure my brothers will love them. This little tag, I used my stitch circle set. I didn't bring it over here. And my old scallop circles. The bear is from, let me back up again. I laid everything out and I thought I had them in good order, but apparently I didn't. The background for this buck, I don't know if you can see it, but it's shaped almost in an oval, but it's got like a rectangle behind it too. I used this die from the Hippo and Friends dies set, and I actually did not buy the stamp set that goes with this. I just wanted all these dies because I thought it had a bunch of great shapes in it. Okay, back to this one. This, I just used the little bear from the Arctic Bears die set. There's some really cute dies in here. Obviously this one is a polar bear, this one is a polar bear, but this smaller one you could use as a little black bear or brown bear, whatever you want. Can't remember where I cut the little tree from, but after I cut the tree, I did emboss it with the Stampin' Up! The older Snowflake folder. This next one, I used several different foil papers, and I used the Sounds of the Season die set. I used this medium-sized die. You have to be careful because the die actually cuts out all of the holly and the little berries. So I put those little round garage sale stickers, you know, that say $1.50, a quarter, whatever. I put one of those behind each of these on the back so it would hold all those little pieces on there. And then I also have dimensionals on there to pop this up. The little sprigs are dies that are also in this set. I used those. Don't remember where I got the Joy to the World sentiment from, but I did use this little tag from the Tags and Labels Framelits dies from Stampin' Up. That's an older set too, so it's not currently available. All right, this one, I used the Merriest Moments stamp and die sets. The die set is called Merriest Frames Dies. I stamped both of these sizes of the poinsettia in real red, and then I stamped the leaves in, I think Mossy Meadow, and I can't remember the other green that I used. This paper, again in the background, is from Boughs of Holly. And what I did was I cut the tag out just as a rectangle piece of paper. I think they're 4 1/4 by 2 1/4. And then I cut these strips in maybe 3.5 by 3/4 inches. And then I adhered the strips diagonally. And then I also, I don't know if you can see these little gold strips on here. They are from Crazy Creations, and they're called Final Outline stickers. And I got gold and silver, and they're just tiny little strips. So there's a ton of them on here. So I adhered the papers down and then those little strips, and then I die cut it. So everything has a really nice edge, and everything is stitched. Then I glued my leaves down, popped my poinsettia up on a dimensional. The center of the poinsettia I cut from the white velvet paper. I used the Joy stamp from the same set and heat embossed it in gold. And then for the center of the poinsettia, I used these larger red gems from this Wonderful Gems pack. I can't remember when this was current either. I've had a couple of them for years, and this was the first time I've used them, but I thought they looked good on here. So that's that one. And the last one is the same process as the prior one with the poinsettia. I used Snowflake dies from Honeybee Stamps. This set has a ton of great stamps, a bunch of different sizes. It's called Layering Snowflakes, and they're called honey cuts. Their dies are called honey cuts. Really heavy, nice dies. I can't remember what paper I used here. It's not Stampin' Up. But I did the same process of cutting a rectangle, cutting the 3 strips, adhering them diagonally, and then cutting the tag out. Well, with the little silver strips this time. And then this snowflake is on a dimensional. These two are glued down. The center of this big snowflake is an old gem that I had. I believe it was Martha Stewart, a package of Martha Stewart things. So it was actually kind of fun to use some of the stuff that I've had here forever. The center of the other 2 snowflakes are different size rhinestones from Stampin' Up! Rhinestone Basic Jewels pack. So hopefully you've enjoyed looking at these tags. I hope you'll try to make some. There's tons of ideas out there on Pinterest. And like I said, if you have any questions about anything I used, let me know and I'll sure try to figure it out for you. If you've enjoyed watching this video, please give me the thumbs up, share it, subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later.